Yeah, so 50 words is what I did was on my 50th birthday, I wanted to leave something for my kids, and it started out as a 100 words project, and the idea was, if I could only leave 100 words to the next generation, to my kids, which ones would they be? And then, I worked on this for a year while I was living in Asia, talking to people, and it came down to 50 words, and so I wrote this thing for my kids and printed it at this funky little bookstore in New York called McNally Jackson. They have their own printing press, and they only print one book, and then if somebody wants to buy it, they print it for you right there, which I thought was sort of cool. And it sort of took off. People said, "Hey, want to get your book?" So then I put it on, an e-version on Kindle, and meanwhile I'm working with this organization called Ashoka, which sponsors social entrepreneurs, entrepreneurs that are implementing socially impactful business models. And the concept of empathy is, there's like 4,000 of these entrepreneurs, and about 600 of them are working in one way or another on value education to kids and the importance of empathy and, less hardening of our society. And so then Ashoka started talking to me about 50 words, and I'm leading this empathy initiative for them. And what Ashoka's trying to do is get the conversation going in media, in education, and in my case, in the business world, about the importance of value-based leadership and empathy at the root of that. So that, if you believe that we need to have the next generation be a generation of change makers that think differently about the world and how we impact it, then at the root of that is this concept of empathy. And so, as a result of that, I've decided I want to create a curriculum out of this and create a lesson plan. And the idea is that teachers can have a discussion with kids in the classroom about what matters to them, what their value system is, write a little bit about it, because I think if you write it down, you actually learn how to articulate what's important to you. And then, have their own book, whether that's the class's book or each kid has their own book. And then they take that, not only have they discussed it amongst themselves, but they take it home and talk to their parents and grandparents about it, and they get the conversation going. And the more the conversation happens, the more they're thinking about these things. The more they think about these things, the more they act on them. And for me, success is if kids don't stand idly by during bullying, but have the courage and the empathy to step in and recognize it for what it is, for example. And for me, that same skill set, that same value system that allows a kid to behave like that in the playground is the same skill set that a good leader who's running a business has when they're motivating their people, when they're working in different cultures, when they're putting business plans together that address social profit as well as financial profit. And so that's what I'm trying to do here. So I have two ends of the spectrum. One is I want to see if I can get this discussed in schools. And two, I'm spending a lot of time with leadership, talking about, values and empathy in leadership, which is a strange concept to a lot of them. So.
I like it. I said already in the car as we're coming here.